Welcome to MrCScience.com's video on humidity. What is humidity? Humidity is the water vapor content in the air. Um, Water, like many other substances, can exist in three forms: solid, liquid, and gas. So we're most familiar with water as a liquid, although here in Minnesota we experience water as a solid very much too. But water is a gas. Water as a gas is experienced all over the planet, usually in the form of clouds and humidity, or the water vapor in the air. Now, there are a couple different ways that your book talks about humidity. The first one is absolute humidity. Absolute humidity is the mass of the water vapor in the air. Say you have 30 grams of water vapor in 1 cubic meter of air. It's the actual physical mass of the water within that volume of the air is absolute humidity. You don't hear it very much because it's not very useful. What works better is a term called relative humidity. Relative humidity in your book is listed as the ratio of the mass of water vapor in the air at a given temperature to the maximum mass of water vapor in the air could hold at the temperature, expressed in percentage. Basically, it means how much water vapor is the air holding and how much can it hold. Let's give a little example. Okay, let's start with what we just mentioned. We have 30 grams of water vapor in a cubic meter of air. How much water vapor can the air actually hold? Well, that's takes a little science at different temperatures and pressure, but let's say that it can hold 60 grams per meter cubed. So if this is the actual or the absolute humidity, 30 grams per meter cubed, and this is the maximum amount of water it can hold, 60 grams per meter cubed, all we have to do is do a little math. So if we take our 30 grams per meter cubed and divide it by our 60 grams per meter cubed, we get 0.5, which doesn't really mean anything. You may say, what happened to the units? Well, grams canceled out, meters cubed canceled out, meters cubed, so there are no units. This is a ratio. So we got a ratio of 0.5. Well, if we do a little bit more math, if we take that 0.5, multiply it by 100, we get 50%. So we got a relative humidity of 50%. So what if the air had 60 grams per meter cubed instead of 30 grams? Well, that would be 60 divided by 60 is 1 times 100 would be 100% relative humidity, or the maximum amount of air that can be held. If we had 6 grams, 6 divided by 60 would be 0.1 times 100 would be 10% relative humidity. So that's relative humidity. So absolute humidity is the moisture content in the air. Absolute humidity is the mass of the water vapor in the air. And relative humidity is the ratio of the absolute humidity, the mass of the water vapor in the air, to the maximum amount of water vapor that could be held in the air at that temperature and pressure. If you have any questions about that, drop me a line at Mr. C at MrCScience.com.